Morning, welcome back to Half-Ass Off Grid. So today we're going to show you how we field dress a deer. It's a little different than other people, just because there's a couple little different things that we don't do, or maybe do differently. First thing you want to do is procure a deer. My wife has done that. She provided this lovely little fork horn, and we got him about hour and a half ago.
Yeah.
About an hour and a half ago. So what she is doing right now is when we field dress, we just make a very small hole just so you can get the guts out. So this deer was quartering away, so it did have a little bit of gut that got hit, but just a big enough hole to get the guts out. So the diaphragm's still in there. The things that are missing are the intestine, the stomach, the liver, the kidneys,
the bladder,
and the bladder. Got to take the bladder out. But it still has, hopefully it's heart, probably not much for lung, and it's butter. But we'll get that taken care of here in a second. So we're just going to rinse this out. My wife's rinsing it out just to try and get some of that material out before you hang it. Because the reason we make this little hole is if you're going to drag something out whole, the less places for dirt to get in, the better.
and he was near a little kind of swampy area, so we didn't want any of that getting in.
All right, what my wife's going to do, she's going to cut around both of the legs, put a little slit in between his crotch there so that we can hang him up by his tendons right here.
Where is that gland?
Yeah, my wife just showed you the, what is that, the metatarsal gland? The one that's on the hock.
Where is
so
it?
It's right there, right under your thumbs.
Right there.
So when she goes up, she's going to take this line right through here and skip it, and then she'll just pull off the skin, the gland, and everything when she skins the inside of that. Right now, like I was saying, she's just focusing on getting it so we can hang it.
And then go through here, right?
Yep. You can either go all the way across or do one side at a time. It doesn't matter as long as you get it into the crotch there.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna do this leg.
Turkeys are wondering what's going on.
Yeah. Sorry. They say cut towards your buddy, not your body.
That's right, safety first. There again, she's going to go right in front of that gland, and it'll get peeled off with the skin. I would like to point out, I think a lot of people, there's a lot of stuff out there. You got to do this, you got to do that. I've done it this way for 20 plus years, and the only bad piece of deer meat I had was a doe that I hung in the woods overnight, and she was rank. But you can't hardly go wrong with these little bucks like this. They're just by far the best to eat, in my opinion. But we like deer meat anyway.
Now that we have those legs done, we'll bring the truck in and hang it on the hoist.
Alrighty, we got the hindquarters basically free. We're gonna go to the testicles area here. We're gonna skin past it. We're gonna cut along it and go over the top to the rectum. And then we're gonna pull that through. And like I said, I already took the bladder out because in my experience, when you leave the bladder in, just as soon as you tip it up like this, you get deer pee all over the inside. So there's just that little section of rectum that goes from here to there. Cut off the penis, tuck it through, pull it out. There's the penis. We'll go past it here.
He's kind of fat.
Yeah. This deer was at quite a steep angle when my wife shot it. And so it was kind of a quartering away shot. She kind of tucked it in up under the rib here.
Which was the right thing to do.
Which obviously it worked because he ran about 50 yards and piled up.
There's the hole.
So that's the entrance, and it goes something like that. Something, we think.
But
we'll find out.
We never did find an exit hole with the hide on, so we'll be interested to see kind of where it went.
So there's the end of the rectum. And I'm gonna go cut around it, and I'll be right back and I'll pull it out.
Okay.
If you get a little poop in there, just don't mash it into the meat.
Just kind of let it poop out.
Like I said, the only reason I really do it this way is because I feel like it's a more controlled situation. At the cabin, we have the ability to handle this as well. You just go all the way around. Hung up on something in there. So that guy's out. It keeps spinning on me.
I know, it's really spinning today.
And your penis. If you got any cats around, that usually is their favorite thing.
That's weird.
In my experience.
Weird but true.
But cats are cats. And there's your rectum. So we'll just reach up in here. Trim away anything that's left over.
Oh yeah.
So that we have a nice big hole. You can see there's a couple of poops in there. Get them out.
Not
that bad.
Sorry.
And then anywhere you see a little bit of green needs to come out.
Yeah.
So that's how we do that section. You can see full moon through there. Gotta have the full moon. And then we'll get back to work skinning the rest of this. So this is kind of cool. There is the bullet.
It's really in there from the other side, so.
That's a 150 grain nozzler ballistic tip. That is a pretty little bullet there.
Cool. Must have hit that shoulder, and that's when it expended all of its energy.
Okay, we got it down to the neck. Take the handy dandy Wyoming saw.
Step out of the way, wait for it to drip.
Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to drop this down for two reasons. One, the chain is stuck inside it.
Oh, yeah.
We got to fix that. And the other thing is I got to do the final cleaning, if you will, of the cavity. There we go. So in here, the reason I do this is my wife can do it, but it's a little tall for her right now.
Well, it's always been kind of hard. Wait. Okay. It's always been hard for me to do anyway, but.
So you just come down the side of the brisket and just give it a couple little
Pushes.
cuts. And there's the rest of your goodies.
Okay.
So here's the rest of your goodies. Your lung, your esophagus, so there's the heart. It comes conveniently in its own wrapper. And if you do it this way, you'll drop it on the floor.
Drop it straight to the floor.
But if you do it this way, it generally stays a little cleaner. So we'll get that cleaned up, do a little trimming, and we'll be done. We'll let it hang. It's 42 luscious degrees here in North Idaho, so it'll age up about 3 days, and we'll get it cut up. All right, what we did here is we just trimmed out the entry hole, trimmed off some of the blood spots, opened up these areas so it can drain. My wife hit it with the hose, got all the hair off. One thing we have left to do, these little guys right here are glands. And I don't know how bad they really are, but you can see how it goes into the meat right there. It comes out of the gland. But anyway, I heard they're nasty, so we can't forget to take those out. We'll pop those out. They feed right through here. And out they will come. And this will be hanging for
3 days.
3 days. Like I said, it's 42 degrees right now. It's supposed to be 30 tonight and 50 tomorrow. So should age up pretty nice. Thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. We tried to make it reasonable and tried to explain what we did, but thanks again for watching.